Today I'm going to be reviewing this Crock-Pot slow cooker. Now this is just the manual one, so it just has off, low, high, and then warm. It doesn't have a timer or anything like that. What I do like about this specific model that we purchased is that it has this high handle on top. We've had a variety of slow cookers over the years, and some of them will have the handle that's really close to the glass, and so you end up having to actually touch the glass. But this one has a nice big round plastic type, I don't even know what it calls. I guess it's like a handle. The plastic base on this handle is big enough where you can easily reach under and grab it without actually touching the lid. So you can see here, I'm actually grabbing it and I'm not touching any of the glass part of the lid. So that'll keep me from having to burn myself or hurt myself when I'm going to pick up the lid if we need to stir it or whatever. Or even probably won't even have to use a hot pad to pick that up. So that is nice. Now, one downside to this specific model, and you can kind of see what I've got going on there, is how short this cord is. So let me go ahead and turn this sideways. And as you can see, this is an extremely short cord that's only about 1.5 feet long. So that is relatively short. So you are gonna have to have it virtually on top of your plug. The way my kitchen setup is, my plug is actually over a little bit towards the corner. And so in this case, we really have to put it in front of that thing. Whereas if it was a longer cord, it would be nice to kind of put it over this way a little bit on our countertop. So that is an issue with this specific one. Of course, it is 3 separate pieces. So you have the base here, and then you have the actual part of the pot, and then you have the lid also. So let me go ahead and take that apart just to show it to you. So as you can see, those are the 3 actual parts for this crock pot. Now I did want to go ahead and measure, this is a 7-quart, but I didn't want to go ahead and measure the actual dimensions of where you're going to be putting your food. So let me go ahead and do that. So the inside of the crock pot itself is 12 inches on the across, and then it's about 9 inches on depth, of course, depending on how you have it sitting inside of the crock pot. And the actual length of the whole unit, including the handles, is about 16 inches long, and then the width is about 11.5 inches wide. So if you need to know the dimensions for that. Now, one last issue with this specific model is that the actual pan doesn't sit tightly inside of the base. Now, I'm not sure why that is. We've had, like I said, a variety of crock pots over the years. Never had that. As you can see, it wobbles, and then it even moves back and forth a good amount inside of this. And I thought, okay, then, maybe there's something on here that I need to take off or I need to remove or something like that, but it's not. This is how it's supposed to be. So it's really wobbly inside of there, which I'm not a fan of that. I feel like it's not going to conduct the heat as well, since that's not a tight fit. So I don't know if the one I have is defective or what. Like, it works fine to cook, but it's kind of wobbly in there. So you can push it all the way back and then all the way to the front, and then you can make it go up and down a good amount inside of that base. So that is a con, at least for this specific model. Overall though, it was definitely a good value for the size, for the 7-quart. And like I said, it's just the manual, so nothing super fancy, super special about it, but it just works.